WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly,
the longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow. You know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore.
Shut up!
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon here with you alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro.
Hello.
Where the heck have you been? You've been everywhere. You're like Hank Snow, I think it is.
Oh, I prefer the Johnny Cash version of that song.
Of course you do.
Of course. I like Johnny Cash. I love him. He's great.
Fair enough. Now I'm like double checking myself. Did I get that reference wrong too? I'm pretty sure he did. Well, I'm sure if I was wrong that Ted would be in here like, no, what are you doing, Fearon? Of course, it's so-and-so.
It's almost
but
like
no,
he's in the studio now. That was a spot-on impersonation. I got to hand it to you. You do a very good impersonation of Ted.
Well, thank you. I didn't really know voice impersonations were my thing.
Well, I didn't think they were either until I started doing them.
Wait, you didn't think they were my thing either until you started doing them?
No, I didn't think that they were my thing either until I started doing impersonations.
And then you definitely realized they're not your thing.
Thanks.
No?
Appreciate it. Thanks. Wow. So, I think we need to start keeping track of how quickly into the show we derail. See if we can break a record.
It doesn't take long.
Really doesn't, but that just felt like way too soon.
Did it, though?
Yes.
I'll have to keep some sort of a drop handy or something. I don't even, what? Yeah, there's the perfect one for when we derail. Let's bring it up here.
Oh, whammy.
Yeah, the show is whammied out already.
Oh.
4 of those, and we get to end the show early. We're out
Punching
of the game.
out.
Pretty much. If only that were... No, that's not... Oh, goodness. All right, so we've got All In tonight.
Yes, we do. Well, yeah. The Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes do.
Well, and the fans who are going to be watching it and everything.
Yes.
The largest independent wrestling show pretty well ever.
I mean, is it really an independent show, though? Like, okay, let's put it this way.
Independently funded.
Yes.
It's
run
by a wrestling organization per se. It's funded by.
I mean,
unless you want to call it, Bullet Club Wrestling. Is that where you're going with this?
No, the more I think, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to take away from what they're doing because it is impressive. And the fact that something of this caliber that isn't WWE can sell out a 10,000-seat arena is
mind-boggling.
Yes. A few years ago, that wouldn't have been a thing. That just goes to show how great it is to be a wrestling fan and how popular wrestling really has gotten. And they did it by social media. They didn't really take out a lot of ads on TV. They just their YouTube channel and their show and entertaining and just coming
and
up
word of mouth.
Yeah. But it was one of those things like you see a lot of like support from Ring of Honor and New Japan, and obviously you're getting a lot of help from
both of those organizations and more.
Yeah, like you have guys that are sort of exclusively contracted, I feel like, to Ring of Honor that are on this show.
Yeah, well
that's not really. It is independently funded though, and that is something to very much be proud of.
Yeah, and I'll actually, we have the card here. I'll go over it and just try to keep your reactions clean. We'll leave it at that.
I will. I'm not Nubius Black. Dropping the dump
word.
He's the reason we had to use the dump button, Fearon. I wasn't. I just want you to keep that in mind. And I love you, Nubius, but you proved me right.
Okay. Enough of that there. But yes, it'll be also on pay-per-view, as they'll be converging on Chicago, or more accurately, Rosemont. Matches include...
It'll also be on All In. I mean, all...
Yes, it will. It's
It'll
funny
be
that
on
you
Honor
mentioned that.
Club. It'll be on Honor Club. Hi. Me fail English? That's impossible.
Hey, you go away for a couple of weeks and you come back and it's like hitting the reset button all over
Putting
again.
Lucas near a live microphone. I'm in danger.
No, we're all in danger.
All in danger, yes. Right, I'm going to shut up. Just read it. Just read it, please.
There, you got the head desk out of me.
That sounds like a concussion sort of thing. That I said that before we mentioned head desk.
I can only hope.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's been that kind of day. So, matches on the all-in card here include the 15-man over-budget battle royal with Colt Cabana,
Boom boom.
Moose, Jordan Grace, rather.
Jordan Grace. She's a very prominent female wrestler.
Rocky Romero.
Yeah.
Ethan Page.
Nice.
Brian Cage.
Ooh. Oh, you mean the guy whose table we almost took a few years ago at Icons and Collectors Fest?
We were pointed in that direction. I had not. All right, we're moving on past that. Billy Gunn.
Oh, I'm in.
Hey. Well,
he likes to kick him. He likes to stick him. And that's all I'm going to say.
And, well, depending on who it is, you like to pucker up to him. But anyway, Jimmy Jacobs.
Ooh, Zombie Princess. Nice.
Yeah. Marco Stunt.
I actually, that's the name I'm very unfamiliar with. But this kid, I say kid because he looks like he's 15.
And that coming from you speaks volumes.
I know. You see a few kids in wrestling or people in wrestling that they very well could be 15, even if they look it. Right. Ugh. Oof. That's two whammies right there.
You're all on it today. You're
Certainly
all
not
in on the.
I'm not all in it today.
No, just verbally stepping in it. That's probably a better way to describe what's going on.
I'm making an out of myself, man.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of 15,
I'm a celebrity now. That's right. I said it. I'm a celebrity.
Was I 15? I believe
no.
I was
You know
16.
what? I saw 2015 from there, and I pulled the wrong thing. I meant to pull this one.
I'm a celebrity now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, holy mid-puberty.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Oh, speaking of Chicago.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna we're gonna go on. I guess on location.
Live on location. John, not Carlin. Okay.
What?
That was one of his specials he did.
Oh, okay. We'll come. You know, we don't want to run up the bill here, so we'll go all the way out to Chicago for Dan, who's calling in. Dan, welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly.
What's going on, gentlemen? Well, there's a little war right now going on between you guys and the NWO right now, because on Fight TV, I'm about ready to watch the NWO panel coming up on Fight TV right now.
Oh, are they doing a StarCast? Are they broadcasting that at the moment?
Yeah. I got the package deal for for the whole week, because I did try and get the tickets, but they were all sold out, so I was kind of, ticked off. So I thought I'd splurge and, get the package on Fight TV.
The total package. I like it.
Yeah. Last night, the roast, that was a little interesting. There was a lot of...
There was a roast last night?
Between, Bruce Pritchard.
A roast of Bruce Pritchard.
Dude, guys, they were talking a lot about a lot of innuendos on Stephanie McMahon and Macho Man last night. It was mighty interesting.
Remember when we were at the Jim Ross show and someone asked that in the No Holds Barred Q&A and everyone just went, boo. They booed.
Oh, they just booed the questioner, yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
It wasn't even prompted. That was just a natural reaction of the audience. Like, really? You're going to spoil this awesome moment and go there?
Hey, Jim Ross, you want to risk ever getting rehired?
But on the same token, a roast is different because it's all humor-based. It's there's with allegations and things like that, you can make jokes about it regardless of how much or little truth there is to it, because it's all meant in good jesting fun.
Right. And they made a comment, too, that anytime Stephanie McMahon heard Poppin's circumstance, she would twitch. So that was pretty humorous.
She would gimmick infringement?
Or cringe or something like that.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Some people shouldn't roast, actually Eric Bischoff didn't do a good job because he flat out said that he's not funny, and he just made a couple comments good about, Bruce Pritchard and say, Brutus Beefcake, dude, some people should not be on HDTV.
Yeah. He has creators that would make the moon landing look jealous. I think that sounded right. Did it? No. Cool.
I'm just soaking. Dare I say I'm soaking this all in.
Puns.
Good segue. And then from 11 to 12 our time, they did a karaoke thing with
Marty
Pat
Scurll.
Patterson. No.
Marty Scurll did do a karaoke thing.
Yeah, but this was a little bit better and funnier. Like, they did Pat Patterson, Bruce Pritchard, and Jeff Jarrett, but then they had fans come up and do it, and oh my God, it was hilarious. I was trying. It was so bad.
Well, karaoke, it's supposed to be in that so bad it's good kind of thing.
Yeah, right, but it was funny, though. You know what I mean?
I think it was Matt Riddle that told me karaoke should never be for good singers.
No.
It can be.
It can be, but it shouldn't be. Like, it's fun to get drunk and watch, and it's fun to watch drunk people sing really, really badly.
Pat Patterson did a really good job. Of course, he did My Way at the end, of course, and everybody gave him a nice ovation. And
Limp Bizkit or Frank Sinatra?
Frank Sinatra. Yeah, I can't see.
This time I'm gonna let it all come out.
Oh my God.
This time I'm gonna stand up and shout.
Oh jeez.
I'ma do things my way, or the highway.
I get this poor guy. I get the guy 77, but he looked constipated and he looked annoyed all night. He really did. It was
kind of like the look I'm giving Lucas now.
Probably, but I'm surprised you guys didn't order it on Vite. It's pretty good. It's worth the money. It really is. Some of the stories are pretty long or whatever, but other than that, not too bad. Like this morning, they had the Jerry the King Lawler and they had the Andy Kaufman story thing going on this morning, and that was pretty good. And like I said, right now I'm just waiting for the Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and X-Pac to come up. They're running a little late, I guess. Which I'm surprised they're up at 11 o'clock in the morning anyway. But anyway.
Yeah, true. It is 11 in Central Time. 11 quarter after 11.
There's so
sorry, I'm a little giddy, but this has been a pretty good weekend with all this.
To make out of that.
I'm sorry. You were saying, Dan, Lucas is
getting his shtick in.
Yeah, being rude as usual. I get it. It's fine. But
Bobby or Ravishing Rick?
No, just rude in general. But anyway, I'm just giddy with all this whole thing, Fight TV thing going on this weekend. It's pretty good. I recommend it. I'm surprised. Like I said, I guess the replays are going to be around forever, so anybody can check it out. And there's different packages you could get now. Like if you don't want to see everything, you could get it for I think it's a little pricey, for $40. So I just recommend getting the whole thing, so that you can watch certain things later on.
As opposed to an a la carte type scenario.
Yeah. So, but some things I'm not going to go back and watch, but other than that, I've been trying to keep up on all of it, so it's been pretty good. I'm all in, as you can say, and tonight should be pretty good. It starts at 5:30, 5 o'clock here, and I think 6
Eastern. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. So. I'm excited. You think we're gonna get the Punk surprise, or that's that?
Probably not. Especially because.
What about Jericho?
I doubt that as well. I know he said for a fact, or I don't know if his opinion's changed as of late, but he said out of respect for Vince, he wants to try not working in the States as much.
Like keep his work in the United States exclusive to WWE.
Yeah, out of respect for Vince.
That makes sense.
I think the reason because the rumors of him going to Impact, but they tape in Canada now, so.
Right. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. And there's one joke in the roast, but I don't know if I really shouldn't. I'm not going to go
if
there.
you don't know whether or not you should say it, don't.
We'll tell you during the break.
Dude, oh my God, it was great. About kissing Triple H's butt that Bruce Pritchard does all the time on on something to wrestle with. It was pretty.
Okay.
pretty
I mean, if that's the general gist of it, that's fine. You don't need to embellish it or anything of that nature.
No,
but yeah,
I was
brown
trying.
nosing, things of that nature. Yeah,
Yeah,
we get
I
the
was
general
trying.
idea.
I was trying, but like I said, some people should not get up there and roast. You know what I mean? But all right, I just thought I'd call and let you guys know what was updates on this, and they're about ready to come up. NWO is going to be on now, but I recommend anybody who's listening to your show to pick it up. It'll be available for you. So
On
pick
the
it up.
the Starcast, yep.
Yeah.
Should be
Starcast
interesting.
Brother.
Starcast brother indeed. All right, thanks for the call, Dan. Appreciate it
Bye-bye.
as always. All right, so taking a look at the rest of the lineup here. I know we got in the middle of it before
The
going to
budget,
the call here.
the over the budget battle royal.
The over budget battle royal.
Marco's
yep.
stunt, you said.
Brandon Cutler and Punishment Martinez.
Sweet.
So I was going to say, we know who your
that's our
favorite is
coach.
to win.
That's our coach. That's our coach. Oh, of course, because I don't want him to murder me when he gets back from Chicago.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Also, you've got Jay and Mark Briscoe against Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky.
I see you.
Yes.
I think you would really enjoy their skits on being the elite.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I just went jumping Jeff Farmer on you.
Oh, I know.
Also in a four-way women's match, Madison Rayne, Tessa Blanchard, Britt Baker, and Chelsea Green. Christopher Daniels against Stephen Amell. We talked a little bit about that before.
That's going to be a great. I think that's going to be a dark horse match. Amel's one of those guys that he gained a lot of respect from guys in the back because he actually came prepared for his match at SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. And plus, I'm sure with him hanging around Cody so much, he's gonna and plus he's working with Christopher Daniels, so this will be a fun match. I think it'll be a very good match. Not going to be like match of the year, but it's going to be a fun. I think it's going to be
highly entertaining. You will be highly sports entertained by that match.
But it's going to be a good match though, too. Just not high caliber.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't disagree with that. Okie dokie. Never know what's going to happen around here. Also, a six-man tag, the Young Bucks and Kota Ibushi against Rey Mysterio, Rey Fenix, and Bandito.
Yes. C.
Looking forward to that. Joey Janela against Adam Page.
Yes. They couldn't get the ghost of Joey Ryan booked, unfortunately.
I guess. Kazuchika Okada against Marty Scurll.
Yes, Kazuchika.
Yeah, easy for me to say. And bless you, by the way. Tissues are in the other room.
Gesundheit Okada.
That old gag.
And
Jay Lethal defending the ROH title against the winner of that battle royal.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a weird
little twist.
That was added last minute. I
It
suppose.
was, yeah. Nick Aldis against Cody for the NWA Championship, and IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kenny Omega against Pentagon Jr.
Ooh. So I'm really actually looking. From what I saw there was a. If you get the chance to see the Ring of Honor segment that Cody and Nick Aldis had, where it was as tradition, Ian Riccaboni, as tradition for every NWA World Championship match, like tradition of old, they have the two combatants meet face to face for their final words before the match. And Nick Aldis said, to quote one of the greatest NWA World Champs of all time, "I've been to the mountaintop, and it will take a hell of a man to knock me off." Right in Cody's face. Quoting his father.
Wow. Oof. Should be a good one. Definitely should be a good one. And also, interestingly enough, Dustin Rhodes, Goldust, took to Twitter yesterday to wish his brother well on the All In event, tweeting, "Hey, little brother Cody Rhodes, I want to wish you the very best as you go all in and fight for the coveted NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The world is watching you, and what you have done is incredible. Try to enjoy the magic created."
Indeed. And book Flip Gordon, darn it. I know it's probably too late, but give him something.
Wow, careful there, Larry Lobbyist over here.
Right.
Anyway.
That's a third whammy right there with that one. Not saying you have to hit the sounder, I'm just saying it was.
And I wasn't going to.
you
Also,
weren't.
perhaps forgotten in all of this is what got the ball rolling on All In. It all stemmed from a Twitter exchange between Cody and famed Wrestling Observer reporter Dave Meltzer, or perhaps infamous Wrestling Observer reporter Dave Meltzer.
Yeah, good old Uncle Dave. Yeah.
Who had previously claimed that Cody's home promotion Ring of Honor was not capable of selling out a 10,000-seat arena. Although they possibly could do so with their event coming up on WrestleMania weekend in
I'm pretty
Madison
sure
Square
they
Garden.
did sell out Madison Square
They probably
Garden.
have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there that is.
So even though All In, because if All In didn't, like All In isn't really a Ring of Honor show, but it's kind of, but not really. But yeah. But then they did Madison Square Garden. It's like, oh, holy crap! They just sold out Madison Square Garden. It wasn't WWE.
Yeah,
What a time to be alive.
That is impressive. All right, we're going to take care of our first bit of business here and then come back. And I see we've got Ed from Northeast on the line. We'll get to him and a whole bunch of other stuff here on apparently this all-in edition of Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
For more than 125 years, the Philadelphia Protestant Home has been family to seniors living independently or in personal care and skilled nursing. PPH is a premier community for affordable, quality care and vibrant living. Through its Benevolent Care Fund, PPH also provides peace of mind security to eligible residents who no longer can afford their living expenses. PPH offers spacious studio 1 and 2 bedroom apartments with balcony, patio, and garden view options. Call now to schedule a tour, 215-697-8000, or visit us on the web at pphfamily.org. At PPH, we're family.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
I'm Henry Carpenter, a certified elder law attorney, and we're Bucks County Elder Law, a life care planning law firm. The aging of roughly 77 million baby boomers sent a silver tsunami over all aspects of business, including healthcare, finance, real estate, and law. Our lifestyles are different now, too. Adult children may not live near their parents, and many of them are working full-time, and so are their spouses. At Bucks County Elder Law, we recognize this paradigm shift. There has been a change in thinking when it comes to planning for and taking care of our elderly. A paradigm shift is a revolution, a transformation, a sort of metamorphosis. It just does not happen, but rather it is driven by agents of change. Bucks County Elder Law has embraced these agents of change by providing an integrated approach to the legal care, financial care, and quality of life care for our clients. At Bucks County Elder Law, we empower you to make the best legal, care, and planning decisions for you and your family. We invite you to call us today at 215-493-0727 to schedule a free initial consultation. Join us each Tuesday at 9 a.m. for Senior Legal Strategies right here on WBCB, and to visit our website at www.buckscountyelderlaw.com.
See, he's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking cape. I'm going to break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you. Sans Lucas. Yeah, I kicked him out. No, I didn't kick him out. I didn't fire him, anything of that nature, no. I mean, I thought about it, but no, he is on his way, truth be told, down to Capital Wrestling. He's got a thing going on along with Corey Castle, a good old friend of the show. So he's working on heading his way down to that, so he figured he'd come in for the first half of the show and then kind of dip out, sticking around as late as he could because he's a trooper like that. All right, so let's go to the phones here. We've got to look at the local scene, courtesy of Ed from Northeast Philly. Ed, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. We have, I heard, what's his name at the top of the show, Dan from Chicago.
Yeah, Dan giving a kind of look from what's going on in the area where All In's going on tonight.
He did mention about the someone convention as well there.
Oh, the convention that's there as well?
I think it's a sort of a convention. They have like Teddy Hart, Joey Janela, Gail Kim, Jimmy Jacobs, Magnum TA.
Yeah, I know that it's a convention that's going on. I mean, that's what the whole StarCast thing is. I mean, so it's podcast, it's vendors, it's a whole bunch of different things all kind of going on together.
And in the St. Cloud Posse as well down there.
I'm sure there's a lot of people kind of gathered to this. I mean, it's something that's gotten a lot of steam over the course of the last couple of months, and I mean, it looks to be a fun event that I think. There's a little bit of an intrigue factor for a lot of people who wish they could be there, and those who can't, well, they have the opportunity to check it out over the pay-per-view.
Yes. I wonder if they could have sold out the ECW arena if that was taking place here.
Oh, easily. I think that's part of the reason why they didn't book a venue like that is because it would have been too small for something like this. Plus, I mean, the whole basis of it was about selling out a 10,000-seat arena, and for what the 2,300 arena is not a 10,000-seat arena. I mean, you can fit maybe 1,000, 1,500, something along those lines. I mean, 1,000 were crammed in during the days of ECW.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's well below what they would be looking to do. I mean, they would sell it out and then some, but I think that they'd be leaving money on the table by not having a bigger venue like they did here. And I mean, who's to say where it goes from here, if this is going to be just a one-time thing and, hey, we did it, and now we're going to go back to doing what we do with our respective organizations.
Here comes the ROH is coming back October 14th. Tickets on sale now at the ECW Arena or the 2,300 Arena.
Yeah, some old habits die hard, I suppose, when it comes to that here.
WrestlePro is next Friday at the Runway Rec Center with a 6 p.m. meet and greet and 8 p.m. bell time. Dan Maff and Rosa Mendez are on the card.
Should be that one certainly should be a goodie.
And Tommy Dreamer is going to be at the Convention Center on September 14th to the 16th for Comic-Con.
Oh, very nice. And I was just going back to the ROH thing. I'm barely thinking about September, let alone October. But that October 14th, that's a Sunday evening taping.
Sunday evening.
That should be interesting. But first, they have to get through the Death Before Dishonor coming up at the end of this month.
I think that's in Baltimore, they said.
Well, I mean, the Death Before Dishonor, that's going to be in Vegas on the 28th and 29th. The pay-per-view's on the 28th, and then a TV taping the next night. But they are going to be in Baltimore 2 days prior to that Philly show on Friday, October 12th.
Down in the wrong area. I put it in the wrong place.
No worries.
Yeah. Getting back to Tommy Dreamer,
Mm-hmm.
the Bellas, AJ Styles, and Danny O'Brien will be there at the Pennsylvania Convention Center.
That should be a goodie and then some.
who knows that John Cena might show up maybe with one of the Bellas.
Who knows? It's I mean, I guess depending on where WWE is at that point, I mean, it's kind of hard to say.
Because I know that pay-per-view is in Texas, I think they said.
Yeah, so that'd be quite a bit to come up to. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, it's good though that HOH is going to be at the convention center. That's only 2 weeks from now, or 2 weekends, I should say, from now.
Tony Atlas is going to be at New Jersey Collectors Fest at the Holiday Inn in New Jersey on September 8th.
Okay, that's next Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday. And we're also having a show at the Holmesburg Boys Club on September 8th. Super Crazy Pro Wrestling.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we've talked a little bit about them in the past here.
It's a nighttime show. I think it's 6:30.
Yeah, should certainly be a goodie.
And they're having the triple thing for Shakira in Easton tonight. Or triple something.
That should be a good one. That's for sure.
King of Trios.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, King of Trios match. Or King of Trios special. That's right. The event.
That's about it.
Alrighty. Well, we appreciate the look at the local scene as always, Ed. Thanks for the call. We'll catch up with you. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's amazing how September has just snuck up on us, and now we've got Labor Day weekend pretty much here, and that means things like football and colder temperatures, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Well, speaking of football, the season to fly is here at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA, where this Thursday is a 2018 football kickoff party with special hours, the re-release of No One Likes Us, We Don't Care IPA, as well as some food deals and more. There's also a good chance that the 2017 championship recap will be on as well, and also a very special firkin for the night. It's going to be conditioning that No One Likes Us, We Don't Care IPA on crushed Atlanta peaches. Pretty fitting for the night, huh? Don't forget some of the other weekly features, including Sunday Bloody Marys and Bloody Flights, as well as brews from noon to 5. Tuesdays bring Jackbox.tv to the big screen, and it's free to play from your cell phone. Wednesday nights are open mic nights with Brian Bortnick. Thursdays have house musician Mike Estabrook bringing tunes, as well as Esta Bingo, which can help you win chances at a quarterly jackpot. Fridays have live music from a variety of acts, and Saturdays are a hodgepodge of events. And oh, the brews. There's a bunch, but currently on tap, you've got the 2018 Bubba's Teabag, Hefner, the German-style wheat beer, Angry Troll Amber Ale, Impact IPA, Steinbeiser's Buried Treasure Cream Ale, Gyroscopes and Infrared IPA, Under Her Spell Saison, and Yin Yang Oatmeal Stout. Just a few reasons why it's always a good time at Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. Going to take a time out, come back, get into some more news and notes, and a little twist on the Today in Wrestling History segment. You'll hear that coming up on the other side. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Dion Square, located at South Oxford Valley Road and South Olds Boulevard, is a great place to shop and eat with the following businesses ready to serve you: the AutoZone, PA Wine and Spirits, CVS Pharmacy, the Hair Cuttery, Nationwide Insurance, Liberty Auto Tags, Smile Culture Dental, the First National Bank and Trust Company of Newtown, Lee's Hoagie House, and Pat Dion Beverages. So remember to make Dion Square your first stop for all of your shopping needs at South Oxford Valley Road and South Olds Boulevard in Fairless Hills.
Join Phillies PA announcer Dan Baker and former Phillies slugger, the Bull Greg Luzinski, for the Independence Blue Cross Bull Session presented by Gage Fiore Attorneys That Fight For You.com. The guys will be joined each week by a different Phillies guest, and the show will be live at the Bluebell Inn, Parks Casino, and Chicky and Beats. Tune in every Monday at 6 p.m. here on 1490 WBCB. It's replayed Tuesdays at 5 p.m. on 610 ESPN. For updates, go to WBCB1490.com.
Everything you wanted to know about funerals and planning but did not know who to ask. Tune in Mondays at 9 a.m. to Everything You Wanted to Know About Funerals and Planning, being brought to you by Louis A. Galzerano III Funeral Home. Call 215-945-8484.
There's a threat targeting America. Lyme disease. Spread by tiny ticks, this dangerous disease can cause life-changing health problems and is now more widespread than West Nile, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS combined. So it's time for us to target Lyme disease. That means checking for ticks when you've been outside and seeing a doctor if you experience the warning signs, which can include joint pain and flu-like symptoms. Learn how you can target Lyme disease at targetlyme.org. Brought to you by the Stephen and Alexandra Cohen Foundation and this station.
Tasty Cake would like to salute you, the great sports fans of Philadelphia. Whether your team is up or down, there's one winner you always count on. Tasty Cake. With fan favorites like candy cakes, crimpets, mini donuts, and our famous pies, Tasty Cake has been Philly's ticket to Major League goodness for over 100 years. Find Tasty Cake treats at a store near you, for yourself, for your team, and just for the fun of it. Tasty Cake.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, September 1st. On this date in 1997, WCW Monday Nitro aired live from Pensacola, Florida. In the main event, Randy Savage and Scott Hall defeated Diamond Dallas Page and Lex Luger in a tag team match. On this date in 1998, WWF Saturday Night Raw was taped in Lowell, Massachusetts. In the main event, Triple H, X-Pac, Billy Gunn, and the Road Dogg defeated Dick Togo, Men's Teo, Shofunagi, and Taka Michinoku in an 8-man tag team match. On this date in 2003, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Lafayette, Louisiana. In the main event, Goldberg, Maven, and Shawn Michaels defeated Randy Orton, Ric Flair, and Triple H in a 6-man tag team match. On this date in 2014, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Des Moines, Iowa. In the main event, Chris Jericho, John Cena, and Roman Reigns defeated Kane, Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins in a 6-man tag team match. This has been Today in Wrestling History, September 1st.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you, bringing you a little twist on the Today in Wrestling History segment. Want to thank Ryan, relative of Sean from Northeast Philly, longtime caller to the show, for providing a little contribution and a little assistance here. Kind of, I guess, go into the proverbial farm system just in case Lucas finally ditches for good here or something like that, because, you know, he's a celebrity and a star and all that. So kind of, you know, bringing up and grooming the, I guess the farm system's probably the best way to describe it, seeing what the young talent brings into the fold here. So we'll see if that keeps going a little bit further in the future here, and just kind of take things as they go here. Now, some other news and notes and things of that nature. Benjamin Satterley, who worked as Neville in WWE, is no longer under contract to the company. The story of Satterley becoming a free agent was originally reported by WrestlingSheet.com and later confirmed by WWE. He is free to work elsewhere, and that's created a lot of suspicion that he might appear at tonight's All In event. He has not wrestled since he last appeared for WWE in October of 2017. Oof. Also, Kevin Owens speaking with Chuck Carroll of CBS Los Angeles and mentioned who he would like to face in a WrestleMania match. He said, "Whatever I would do would lead to me and Finn Balor at WrestleMania next year, because he and I came to WWE at the exact same time." He also added, "We didn't know each other before we got there. We became pretty close pretty quickly when we did get to the NXT Performance Center. He's been my best friend ever since, so I'd love to share the ring with him on that stage in WrestleMania." Funny they wouldn't mention Sami Zayn. I guess now there's a new best friend in the works. I don't know. Strange how those things tend to work here, for lack of a better term. Oh man! Also, some interesting international news here. That's right, regarding SummerSlam. WWE has announced that the SummerSlam 2019 event will be held on August 11th in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at the Scotiabank Arena. Yes, the same venue will host NXT TakeOver, Raw, and SmackDown over the 4-day stretch, according to etcanada.com. And SummerSlam Access will be held at the Metro Toronto Convention Center. It's taking place earlier than usual in 2019, as this year's event was held on August 19th, so about a week earlier. So it'll showcase the 4-night same venue event structure that surrounded the big 4 events, as obviously Saturday, the day before the 10th, will have TakeOver, the 11th will be SummerSlam, Monday the 12th will be Raw, and Tuesday the 13th will be SmackDown Live. It'll be the first time since all the way back in 2008 that SummerSlam has not been in either Brooklyn, New York, or Los Angeles, California. Back in 2008, it was in Indianapolis. And it'll only be the 3rd SummerSlam outside of the United States. Yes, that's right. Only the 3rd, as the other 2 were 1992 in Wembley Stadium in London, England, and 2004 in the then Air Canada Centre, the previous name of the Scotiabank Arena, back in 2004. That one tending to be a little bit more so forgotten than others. So yeah, good to see that SummerSlam's getting international, and I guess that means I'll have to start making plans now to maybe spend the weekend up there, also see some of the Canadian relatives. There's a lot of good things that could come about from this, eh? We'll certainly see. Also, not so good news for Scott Hall. He had to miss a scheduled independent event due to a health scare. He was meant to attend Summer Rising 2, an event for Rival Pro Wrestling in Pomona, California. The promotion put out a statement, quote, "Unfortunately, due to a medical emergency, Scott will be unable to travel. We are working on a possible date to reschedule. Scott's health is most important at this time, and we wish him the best. Scott loves his fans and is upset he can't make the show, but as we said, his health is most important, and we are working on rescheduling with him." So no word as to what that health scare is, but or health emergency, medical emergency, but hopefully it's something he'll be able to bounce back from. And let's not start speculating that after being helped by DDP to get back into sobriety that he's fallen off the wagon. Let's just not go there, please. Also, Monday Night Raw had a 2.02 TV rating this week. It's the second highest rating since April 30th and the first time since April 23rd and April 30th of this year that Raw has had more than a 2.0 rating in 2 consecutive weeks. However, the concern is that ratings are going to dip from there with the Labor Day holiday this Monday and then football every Monday night through Christmas Eve. So between holidays and football, this past Monday was the last ratings break that WWE will get until 2019. Because even then, yeah, I mean, you'll have New Year's Eve on a Monday, and then not until January 7th would be the first non-holiday Monday that WWE will have to, non-holiday or non-football, I should say, Monday that they'll have. So the next roughly 18 weeks are going to be potentially a little rough in the ratings department, but they have their new TV contract, so I think they're doing pretty okay, all things considered. And also, this is a fun story that I wanted to get into as well. Yes, the bromance, or should I say the brothermance, is back. The feud between Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake seems to have come to an end. Hogan posted a photo of himself and Beefcake on Twitter with the caption including "All is well." Now, several years ago, tensions arose between the longtime best friends and tag team partners and things of that nature when Beefcake made comments about Hogan's relationship with his ex-wife. Beefcake teased some extra dirt being released on Hogan in his new book, which Hogan wasn't too happy about. But in the end, nothing salacious was said about Hogan in the book, and Hogan ended up tweeting out the photo of them together at the bar with the caption, "Great hanging out with Brutus again. Good to see that all is well, my brother." So, as Peaches and Herb sang so nicely about back in 1979, they are reunited and it feels so good. All right, enough of that here. Goodness. There we go. Kind of blending the chart toppers into Pro Wrestling Weekly. Occasionally that tends to happen. Also, Matt Hardy was given an emotional send-off at Sunday night's WWE live event from Rochester, New York. The Woken One will now take extended time off as he deals with various injuries and reevaluates his in-ring future. I mean, he is 43. I can certainly see it, and he's certainly taken a lot of damage, to say the least, over the years with that high-risk style as part of the Hardy Boys tag team back in the day. So, who knows how that's going to go. Hardy and Wyatt teamed up on the show in what's likely their final match together, the B team retaining the Raw Tag Team Championships in a 3-team match that also included the Revival. After the final, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt embraced in the ring and received a standing ovation from the live crowd. And as they were on the ramp about to walk backstage, both Matt and Bray threw up the Hardy Boys hand gesture. So, if this is the swan song for Matt Hardy, it's certainly been a great career for him. And if it isn't, well, look forward to more wildness as time goes along here, as we've seen the evolution from the Hardy Boys back in the day to version 1.0 Matt to all of the stuff from 2005 involving the love triangle that went on screen and off, to going over to TNA and kind of recreating himself with the Broken and coming back to WWE with the Woken concept. So, I mean, he's had a pretty good and amazingly long career, as he actually started wrestling way back in 1992 and was with the WWF as early as 1994 as enhancement talent at that point. So, I mean, you're looking at an almost 25-year televised career. That's pretty doggone impressive. So, we'll see how things go as time progresses here. And speaking of time, our time is coming pretty close to the end here in quick order. As first, let me let you know that the place to get action figures, replica title belts, sports memorabilia, banners, and more is at George's Cards and Collectibles. And they have 2 locations for all your cards and collectibles needs, including their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, and in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing. For more info, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. Plus, well, I didn't know whether or not Lucas was going to be at that, but I guess a separate booking is keeping at least for today, but we'll see about 2 weeks from now, as the first television tapings are on Saturday, September 15th for the MFPW at the world-famous Monster Factory, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey, who will face new heavyweight champion Soriano now that Nicholas and Dr. Carl Martin have been suspended. Well, follow the Facebook pages of Monster Factory LLC and the MFPW to find out and keep abreast of everything going on. And also, there's an article on Monster Factory graduate, former UFC fighter, and current NXT member Matt Riddle from Pro Wrestling Sheet on there. All that and more from the MFPW at the world-famous Monster Factory, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey. And I know we've been talking a lot of All In, but there's still a lot coming up over the course of the next few weeks here. WWE pay-per-views, most notably Hell in a Cell, coming up 2 weeks from tomorrow. You've got AJ Styles and Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. You've got Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella against The Miz and Maurice in a mixed tag match. That should certainly be interesting. Brie pretty much coming out of semi-retirement for this one. The New Day against yet-to-be-determined challengers for the SmackDown tag titles. Roman Reigns against Braun Strowman in a Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. And this is going to be Strowman's Money in the Bank cash-in, so no longer holding that briefcase. Ronda Rousey is defending the newly won Raw Women's title against Alexa Bliss, and it'll be Jeff Hardy against Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell match. And then after that, we're coming up, we're only about 5 weeks away from it, the Super Showdown, which I guess we'll have to give a preview at the end of September because on October 6th when it happens, we'll probably be recapping as it'll have been on the air that early in the morning as it's going to be in Australia. 6 p.m. local Australian time, which means it'll be on at 4 a.m. here on the East Coast. And I will probably be up watching it because I'll be here anyway getting ready for Chart Toppers. So why not? It'll be a little more inconvenient for others, I suppose. And you'll see The Undertaker against Triple H for the final time, Daniel Bryan and The Miz for a WWE Championship title shot, The Shield taking on Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre in a 6-man tag team match. In a 6-woman tag team match, the Riot Squad against Ronda Rousey and the Bella Twins. John Cena and Bobby Lashley against Elias and Kevin Owens, although with Owens quitting this past week, we'll have to see how that develops. Will Elias need to find a replacement? Also, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship, and Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight Championship. So those should be, we'll get more into those as time goes along here a few weeks from now. But as we close out here, or get ready to, I believe it's time for
birthdays.
Thank you for that, Lucas. Even when he's gone, he's still here in some capacity. So 3 plus 5 Brucey bonuses outside of the world of wrestling. First, on this date in 1971, James Wiley Smith Thomas Rear Snuka was born. That is a lot of middle names. The former WWE Tag Team Champion and son of WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka, but previously known as Sim Snuka and Deuce of the tag team Deuce and Domino, turns 47 today. On this date in 1972, Douglas Clayton Durgle was born. The former TNA television champion, 2-time X Division champion, and tag team champion, better known as Doug Williams or Douglas Williams, turns 46 today. And on this date in 1987, Sam Johnston was born, the current Lucha Underground Trios champion and Impact wrestler known currently as Jeremiah Snake, previously known in WWE as Solomon Crow, but perhaps best known as Sami Callihan, turns 31 today. And then, well, to the Brucey bonuses, things outside of the world of wrestling. First, on this date in 1939, Mary Jean Tomlin was born. The Emmy, Tony, and Grammy award-winning actress and comedian, best known for her numerous characters on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Yeah, that's right, Lily Tomlin turns 79 today. On this date in 1944, Archie Lee Bell was born, the African-American singer known for his worldwide 1968 chart topper Tighten Up from Archie Bell and the Drells. He turns 74 today. Keeping in the music realm, on this date in 1946, Sir Barry Allen Crompton Gibb was born. The English singer, songwriter, and musician known as a co-founder of the group The Bee Gees, along with brothers Robin and Morris, along with hits including Stayin' Alive, Tragedy, Night Fever, among many more, and also a singles #1 with Barbra Streisand called What Kind of Fool from 1981. Yeah, that's right, you know him better as Barry Gibb. He turns 72 today. And here's one right in Ted Efaw's wheelhouse here. On this date in 1949, Gary Lee Maddox was born. Yeah, the Secretary of Defense, the 8-time Gold Glove Award-winning outfielder early in his career for the San Francisco Giants, but most notably for the Philadelphia Phillies, whose defense was so good. The popular expression was that 2/3 of the earth is covered by water, the other 1/3 is covered by Gary Maddox. He turns 69 today. And speaking of baseball, it was on this date in 1976 that the Philadelphia-based cable station Prism launched.
I remember Prism.
Yeah, I remember Prism too. I'm showing my age a little now. Prism became known for broadcasting exclusive and extensive sports coverage, including Flyers, Phillies, and 76ers games, including also Big 5 college basketball and live World Wrestling Federation events held at the Spectrum, which is how the network's name came to be. You know, viewing a Prism allows one to see the Spectrum. Clever name. It faded in 1997, but its legacy lives on. And finally, on this date in 1950, Philip Calvin McGraw was born, the TV personality, author, and psychologist known for his celebrity status on The Oprah Winfrey Show in the late 90s, and went on to host his own talk show after his widely known name, Dr. Phil. He turns 68 today. That's going to pretty much do it here. Ted Efaw's got Country Roads spotlighting Barbara Mandrell next here on WBCB. Play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock and all's well.
celebrating 60 years of broadcasting excellence. We're 1490 WBCB.